Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about something we've all dealt with. People, more specifically, difficult people. Now, whether it's that one colleague who loves to interrupt, the friend who always turns things into a competition, or the stranger on the internet who has a lot of opinions about your life, they exist. They're real and they're exhausting, but here's the truth. Difficult people are not obstacles. They are opportunities. They are not here to break your spirit. They're here to reveal your strength. When someone behaves in a difficult or hurtful way, it's natural to feel attacked or offended. Our first instinct might be to question ourselves. Did I do something wrong? Or why are they treating me like this? But one of the most powerful lessons in life is learning not to take things personally. People act out for all kinds of reasons: stress, insecurity, jealousy, fear, or pain that has absolutely nothing to do with you. Their words or actions may be directed at you, but they're really a reflection of their own inner world. Understanding this truth can completely shift your perspective. Instead of internalizing negativity, you begin to see difficult behavior as a projection, not a judgment. It's like holding up a mirror. What they throw at you often has more to do with what they're battling inside than who you are. That realization is freeing. It gives you the emotional space to step back, breathe, and remind yourself, this isn't mine to carry. Of course, this doesn't mean you tolerate bad behavior or let people walk all over you. It simply means you don't absorb their energy as your truth. You stay grounded in who you are. You maintain your self-respect. Because when you don't take things personally, you stop giving others the power to define your day or your identity. It's not always easy. It takes practice and self-awareness, but over time, it builds a quiet strength inside you. The kind that doesn't get shaken by every rude comment or negative vibe. The kind that knows, I am not what you project onto me. I am what I choose to be. And that mindset, that's not just resilience, it's liberation. One of the most empowering things you can do when dealing with difficult people is to set boundaries and stick to them. Boundaries are not walls to shut people out. They are the lines that protect your peace, your energy, and your self-respect. Without clear boundaries, you allow others to determine how you are treated, and over time, this can lead to resentment, exhaustion, and even self-doubt. Many of us hesitate to set boundaries because we don't want to come across as rude, cold, or confrontational. But here's the truth. Setting boundaries is not about being harsh, it's about being honest. It's saying, this is what I need in order to feel safe, respected, and valued. It's an act of self-love, and also an invitation for others to engage with you in a healthier way. When someone continuously disrespects your time, belittles your efforts, or oversteps in your personal space, it's okay, more than okay, to draw the line. You can do it calmly, you can do it kindly, and you can do it without guilt. Because people who truly respect you will respect your boundaries. Those who don't, they're revealing themselves. And that's valuable information. What matters is consistency. A boundary only works if you honor it yourself. Don't set a limit and then ignore it out of fear of upsetting someone. Your comfort is not a compromise. The way you let people treat you becomes the standard they get used to. So make that standard clear, strong, and rooted in self-worth. Boundaries aren't about pushing people away. They're about creating space for healthier connections, better communication, and genuine respect. And when you master the art of setting them, you don't just handle difficult people. You elevate the way you relate to everyone. In a world where everyone wants to be heard and understood, it's easy to get caught in the trap of always needing to be right or to win every argument. But when it comes to handling difficult people, one of the most powerful choices you can make is to prioritize your peace over proving a point. Not every comment needs a comeback. Not every disagreement deserves your energy. Sometimes, walking away in silence is far more powerful than staying to fight a battle that leads nowhere. The need to prove ourselves often comes from a place of ego. We want validation, we want acknowledgement, and we want others to see our side. But the truth is, some people are simply not ready or willing to understand you, no matter how well you explain, and trying to change their minds can feel like pouring water into a cup with no bottom. It drains you but never fills them. When you choose peace, you're not giving up. You're rising above. You're saying, I don't need to win this moment. I'd rather win my inner calm. And that kind of emotional intelligence is rare. It's strong, it's quiet power, Difficult people often thrive on reaction. They want drama, attention, or control. By refusing to engage, you're taking all of that away. You're not playing their game. And that's what truly disarms them. Choosing peace means learning to pause, reflect, and respond only when it's truly necessary. It means being selective about where your energy goes and not letting someone's chaos become your own. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. In the long run, peace will protect you from unnecessary stress, resentment, and conflict, and that's a win far greater than any argument could ever give you. When you deal with difficult people, one of the most important things to remember is the difference between reacting and responding. Reacting is immediate. It's emotional, instinctive, and often fueled by frustration or anger. It's what happens when someone pushes your buttons and you fire back without thinking. While it might feel satisfying in the moment, reactions can escalate situations and leave you feeling drained or regretful later on. Responding, on the other hand, comes from a place of awareness and control. It means taking a breath before you speak. It means choosing your words instead of letting them choose you. When you respond instead of react, you stay grounded in your own values rather than being pulled into someone else's negativity. You maintain your power, your clarity, and your dignity. Difficult people often thrive on triggering reactions. It gives them a sense of control or satisfaction. But when you choose to respond with calmness or even silence, you break that pattern. You show them that your emotions aren't up for manipulation, that you are not easily swayed by provocation. This takes practice, of course. It requires self-awareness, patience, and sometimes even walking away to gather your thoughts. But over time, it builds resilience. You start to trust your ability to stay centered no matter what's thrown your way. You stop being reactive to external noise and become more attuned to your inner peace. Responding is about owning your power without having to raise your voice. It's the art of staying calm in chaos and refusing to give anyone else the steering wheel to your emotions. And in that calm space, you're not just handling difficult people, you're rising above them with grace and strength. It's easy to view difficult people as villains in our story, those who create tension, frustration, and discomfort in our lives. But sometimes, when you look a little deeper, you realize that their behavior is rooted in something more complex: pain, fear, insecurity, or past trauma. This doesn't excuse their actions, but it does offer a new perspective. Leading with empathy allows you to see beyond the surface and understand that their difficult behavior might be a symptom of something they're struggling with internally. Empathy doesn't mean you agree with or accept bad behavior. It simply means you're willing to acknowledge that the other person might be going through something you can't see. Maybe the worker who always lashes out is dealing with personal issues at home. Maybe the friend who constantly criticizes others is silently battling self-doubt. When you choose empathy, you don't let them off the hook. You just choose not to carry their burden as anger or resentment within yourself. This approach can soften your own emotional reaction. Instead of responding with frustration, you begin to respond with curiosity or compassion. You ask yourself, what might they be going through? That question alone can diffuse a lot of tension. It keeps you from reacting defensively and allows you to maintain a sense of calm and perspective. Having empathy doesn't make you weak. It makes you strong enough to hold space for someone else's struggle without letting it consume you. It helps you lead conversations with kindness, even when firmness is required. And it reminds you that at the end of the day, we're all human, flawed, complex, and trying our best in ways that aren't always visible. Choosing empathy is choosing humanity, and that choice creates space for healing, even when the other person never changes. There will always be people who try to diminish your light through criticism, negativity, or their own insecurities projected onto you. Sometimes it's subtle, a backhanded compliment, a dismissive comment, or a constant effort to undermine your confidence. Other times it's more direct. Either way, the message they try to send is the same. Asterisk, you're too much, not enough, or just not right. Asterisk, but the real secret to handling these people is this: you keep shining anyway. When someone tries to dim your light, it's rarely about you. It's about how your confidence unsettles their insecurity, how your presence reminds them of what they haven't dealt with in themselves. So instead of shrinking to make others comfortable, You must make the choice to stand tall in your authenticity. You don't have to be loud or aggressive. You simply have to be unapologetically yourself. Staying true to who you are is a quiet rebellion. It's a refusal to be shaped by someone else's opinion. When you protect your light, you protect your joy, your creativity, your energy. Everything that makes you asterisk, you asterisk. That's not arrogance, that's self-respect. You will never be able to control how people perceive you. Some will misunderstand you, some will envy you, and some will try to compete with you. But none of that should interrupt the way you move through the world. The more you choose to shine, the more you attract what aligns with your truth. People, opportunities, and energy that celebrate you instead of challenge your worth. So, no matter who or what tries to dull your spirit, keep shining. Not for them, for you, because your light isn't just a reflection of your confidence. It's your power, and when you own it fully, difficult people lose the ability to affect you at all.